And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of the heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Semjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear you will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual curse not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swore they all together, and bound themselves by mutual curses upon it. And they were in all 200 who descended in the days of Jared, on the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called it Mount Hermon, because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual curses upon it. 200 angels were commissioned to descend to the earth to help mankind govern themselves according to the Father's behavior. But while they were on the earth, they desired the daughters of mankind and children by those women. Those children became the giants, also called Nephilim. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Command that they may stand in their places till their advent comes. And against the angels whom he had sent upon the earth he was exceedingly wroth, and he gave commandment to root them out of all their dominion. And he bade us to bind them in the depths of the earth, and behold, they are bound in the midst of them, and are kept separate. And against their sons went forth a command from before his face, that they should be smitten with the sword, and be removed from under heaven. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, whose height was 3,000 ells. The giants consumed all the acquisitions of men, and when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds, and beasts, and reptiles, and fish, and to devour one another's flesh, and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. The giants were not part of the natural order for mankind to live upon the earth. In addition to practicing the enchantments and sorcery taught to them by their fathers, they oppressed mankind through that behavior. As a result, the Creator's land revolts against its inhabitants. They sacrificed their sons and daughters in the fire and practiced divination and soothsaying. They devoted themselves to doing evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, and pray and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. And now the giants, who are produced from the spirits and flesh, shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from the holy watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger. They thirst, and they cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. The unclean spirits the Messiah is casting out in the gospel accounts are the disembodied spirits of the Nephilim, the children of the rebellious watcher angels from before the flood. And his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with diverse diseases and torments, and those which were possessed with devils, and those which were lunatics, and those that had the palsy, and he healed them. And in the 3rd week of this Jubilee, the unclean demons began to lead astray the children of the sons of Noah, and to make to err and destroy them. And the sons of Noah came to Noah their father, and they told him concerning the demons, which were leading astray and blinding and slaying his sons' sons. And when he came to the other side into the country of the Gadarenes, 2 demon-possessed men confronted him as they were coming out of the tombs. They were so extremely violent that no one could pass by that way. From the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the souls of whose flesh the spirits, having gone forth, shall destroy, without incurring judgment. Therefore they shall destroy until the day of the consummation, the great judgment, in which the age shall be consummated over the watchers and the godless. Truly, it shall be wholly consummated, when I have desired to take hold of them by the hand of the angels on the day of tribulation and pain because of this. I will cause my chastisement and my wrath to abide upon them, saith God, the Lord of spirits. You mighty kings who dwell on the earth, you shall have to behold mine elect one, how he sits on the throne of glory and judges Azazel, and all his associates, and all his hosts in the name of the Lord of spirits.